Today marks the official start of the hurricane season. It's time when we tend to get more tropical storms than we usually do. Well, what does 2017 hold? Well, it seems as though for the wider Atlantic, it is set to be an above active season. The possibility of us getting well above the average in terms of the number of named systems, and it is a 40% chance of that actually happening across the wider Atlantic. But for us here in Trinidad and Tobago and for the southern tropical Atlantic in our main area, we're basically looking to see possibility of 3 to 6 tropical storms are coming by, and obviously they're aiming for about 4 in terms of that number from the Met Service, and of that we could be seeing maybe 1 or 2 turning as hurricanes. And it is more than 4 storms likely, and the possibility of that is about 68%, so definitely quite high, and obviously it only takes 1 to make it a bad season for us. Now in terms of usually the month of June, most of the systems tend to be around the Western Caribbean, and then as we go further into the hurricane season, it stretches further out into the Atlantic until we get to our main area, or our main time of getting developments to affect in Trinidad, which is down in August. But right now across the Atlantic, it's pretty quiet. There's nothing happening there. There are a couple of tropical waves coming through. This tropical wave here will likely begin to make its effects felt across the Trinidad and Tobago as you go through tomorrow. A lot more moisture, a lot more cloudiness, definitely prolonged spells of showers, and maybe just the odd rumble as well being heard in that cloud. And then that passes by and we get into the weekend with more settled weather. So at least for tonight, it will be clear and cool in Tobago. As you go through the morning, you'll notice the clouds building, more cloudiness and more dreary conditions expected through the afternoon, and the daytime heating will definitely spark some showers, especially along that southern coastline, and obviously looking for the cloudy, dreary conditions to continue into Friday evening. Meanwhile, for Trinidad, it's a clear, cool evening and night for you. Once we do get into the latter half of the morning, watch out for the eastern coastlines to cloud over, pushing all of those rain clouds into the west. By the time we get through lunchtime, a couple of those during the afternoon periods may well turn thundery, so be mindful about that, especially along the western coastlines through Diego Martin Hills down towards Port of Spain, and also down towards the southern areas across the Central Hills near to Rio Claro and down across the Trinity Hills. But overall, it'll be a dampness across many parts as we go through tomorrow. So in terms of temperatures, no lower than 24 degrees Celsius, and we'll likely see temperatures around 31 degrees Celsius nationwide. Once we get past Friday, we get into Saturday, Sunday and Monday with mostly fair conditions here. The ridge of high pressure should build, basically putting a lid on most of the clouds developing and also the showers, so it will feel quite warm as well. Now for fisher folk heading out, obviously at this time of the year, we're obviously looking at all of those tropical waves come by, and as they do tend to agitate the seas, so you could be seeing waves of 1.5 meters to the Caribbean pushing to 2 meters out in the Atlantic, but we're keeping swells from the east pretty short at 8 seconds, and we'll likely see those winds of 10 to 15 knots, maybe pushing to 20 knots in those gustier showers. Now further across the eastern Caribbean, they've got this high level cloud pushing up from Venezuela. It's all courtesy of a trough. There's an upper level trough circulating around Hispaniola, just around Puerto Rico, pushing all of those clouds out towards the eastern Caribbean. Most of those clouds are not rain making. It will be this tropical wave coming through that will likely bring those showers to the southern Windward Islands by the time they get to later on Friday, and then eventually clearing most of the eastern Caribbean once we get to Saturday. So our travel forecast then starts in the west out towards Cuba, where we'll likely see another frontal system bringing a lot more showers, especially for Havana. It's mostly settled for Jamaica and Haiti, and maybe just the passing shower as that trough begins to clear Santo Domingo. Meanwhile, the cloudiness will be pushing across the Lesser Antilles up towards Antigua into St. Kitts, possibly pushing around into parts of Dominica, but once we get past that, we'll pick up only patches of cloud from time to time. But once we get into Georgetown, definitely see longer spells of showers and the possibility of thunder showers as well. So tomorrow may well be one for the umbrellas, especially as you go through the heat of the day. So that's the weather.